I'm interested in finding the equation of line D, which is perpendicular to the given line, and also goes through the point 24, 7. So I'm going to talk about their line versus my line. Their line, I have the whole equation, but the y-intercept doesn't have any impact on my work at all, so I'm just going to cross that out so I'm not even tempted to work with it. Their line has a slope of -3/4. That's really all I need from the given equation, because then I can find out something about my line. In order to be perpendicular to theirs, my slope needs to be different. Specifically, it needs to be an opposite reciprocal to their slope. Sometimes I just use the phrase flip and switch. I need to flip the fraction and switch the sign. So since theirs was negative, I'm going to make my slope positive. Since theirs was a 3/4, I'm going to make mine a 4/3. Opposite reciprocals, -3/4 and +4/3. Once I have that information, I'm done with their line. I don't need that equation anymore. I don't need anything about their line, because now I know the slope of my line, and just from reading the question, I know an ordered pair on my line is 24, 7. Once I have those two pieces of information, a slope and an ordered pair, I'm ready to find the one missing piece. I have an m, an x, and a y. And I know I'm aiming for y equals mx plus b, so I'll substitute what I can. My y coordinate for my point is a 7. The slope of my line, not theirs, but my line turned out to be a +4/3. My x coordinate is a 24, and my y-intercept, I have no idea what it is. It might be the same as theirs, but almost certainly isn't. So here again, we're in a situation where we know everything except the y-intercept, so we're ready to multiply. 4/3 times 24 gives me a 32. So 7 equals 32 plus the missing piece. Subtraction gets me a -25 for B. And then we have everything we need to answer the question. The slope of my line, line D, we figured that out earlier. That's a +4/3. The equation of line D, since we know that the slope is 4/3, we attach that to the x, and then a little bit of work told me that my y-intercept was a -25. So notice that the only thing we used their line's equation for was finding their slope. Once we knew their slope, we used that and the opposite reciprocal trick to find our slope, and it became just like all of these other questions.